So this is huge. This is crazy. And I had to write it down so I can properly convey what's going on. But literally, the Biden administration has been keeping Donald Trump and his former top generals and national security strategists alive. The Biden administration has literally been keeping them alive because in 2020, when Donald Trump ordered the drone strike that took out a top Iranian military official, Iran has been seeking revenge. Very serious threats to have Donald Trump executed, as well as his military generals and so forth, since 2020. And his campaign was just briefed a month ago by the Department of Justice, Biden's Department of Justice, that these threats have been elevated, and they had already been a high threat. We have been taking this so seriously, the Biden administration, that $150 million a year has been put into the pot, basically, to protect Trump and these generals. Many of them getting around-the-clock Secret Service protection, $150 million a year. Now, the reason Iran is calling for the execution of Donald Trump and these generals is because there was no imminent threat. This military leader that Trump took out was not posing any imminent threat. And according to Iran, they consider this an exceptional breach of sovereignty in the eyes of Iran. And military experts and legal experts are saying the same. And it didn't help that Donald Trump took a bunch of victory laps after making this military move. What's interesting is these generals and these security experts that all have a hit on them now from Iran are not only not voting for Donald Trump, they are the very ones coming out and saying he absolutely cannot be put back in a situation room or in any kind of power, because this is the kind of decisions he makes that puts all of America at risk. This is just crazy. Iran is putting out all sorts of videos depicting the assassination of Donald Trump and these officials. I think I mentioned this already. They're putting out all kinds of very deadly proclamations. They're trying to incite their base. These Iranian citizens are actually traveling out of the country to follow Trump, attempt to follow Trump, and to follow these military officials when they leave the United States to travel abroad, to try to assassinate them once they leave our country. Like, this is how serious it is. At the end of the day, we all have to ask ourselves, what would Donald Trump do if the roles were reversed? If it were Democratic officials or Democratic candidates who were now having their lives threatened by another dictatorship, by a brutal regime, would Donald Trump give this kind of protection to them? We know, no. They would only get protection if they turn around and say, we love Donald Trump. He is God. We are on his side. This is how demented Donald Trump is. Good job to the Biden administration for doing absolutely 100% the right thing. This is crazy.